Okay, I have an idea how to describe this vehicle right over here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe Wargaming made KanonenJagdPanzer, not the good one, not the 105mm gun with the 105mm gun, the new one, but the old one, KanonenJagdPanzer with the 90mm gun as a reward tank for the worst employees of the year inside the Wargaming office, or something like that, because oh boy, I think I honestly do not remember worse gameplay experience than I have had with this tank right over here, trying to free market. I literally just finished it, fresh video, fresh emotions, just after I was able to do that 95% third mark on KanonenJagdPanzer 90mm, and by the way, I did that without firing any premium rounds. This ammunition loadout, what you're looking at right now, was the ammunition loadout. I did that with 36 AP rounds to start off with, 14 HE rounds and 0 heat rounds. Mainly just so I wanted to do that. I wanted to prove I can do that easily with the standard rounds as well, right? This has ±2 matchmaking, by the way, and HE, because HE has 102mm of penetration, and sometimes it is quite memey, but HE on this gun, yes, has really good penetration, but has very horrible shell velocity, and sniping with it is actually, woo, it is so crazy. And just to maximize the credit income, by the way, all the way up to 90 or 90 point something percent, I actually played with small repair and first aid kit as well, just to maximize the credits, but to finish the final 5%, I decided to use the large ones. But like talking about this tank, I honestly do not even know where to start, ladies and gentlemen. Where to start? I said it is one of the most frustrating gaming experience I have had. Yes, I understand, definitely, this tank has its own fan base as well, people enjoy it, and I honestly, when I first started free marking it, because right now I need credit so badly. I want to get every single tier 10 this year this game has to offer, and I need roughly 50 more million credits. This is why I'm playing with premium tanks. And when I first started playing with it, I really thought I am going to enjoy it because it has a couple nice features to offer. For example, mobility. It is really mobile, 70 kilometers per hour on a tank destroyer. You know, it is not super common thing to see. It has very good camo. With my setup, with my equipment units, crew skills, everything full shebang, I have 50% stationary camo. I can be sneaky, I can do some crazy things, sneaky plays, so on, you know, but of course, if you fire, you're going to lose all your camo value. So I thought, you know, I like to play sneaky tanks, I like to be sneaky, I like to do some troll things, we are going to be the best friends, but oh boy, I was so wrong. This gun is just, this gun has to be the absolute worst gun on any tank destroyer in this game. And actually, like talking about bad things, view range. View range on this tier 8 premium tank is worse than on like M10 Wolverine tier 5 premium tank, you know, the M10 RBFM, by 10 meters. Tier 5 premium tank destroyer that has a turret has better view range than this thing, for example. You know, 360 over here on this thing. So one equipment unit is basically already forced on you. You have, if you do not want to be completely 100% blind, you have to use either coated optics or ventilation. Of course, I do recommend coated optics because this tank is mobile. You are moving around, you are able to switch positions because of your mobility very quickly, and you are able to like use coated optics way more than binoculars, for example. But coming back to the gun, I thought I have seen troll guns, but oh boy, how wrong I was. How wrong I was about his tier 8 tank destroyer that has weaker view range than tier 5 tank destroyer, for example. Once again, let me come back to this. This is a tank destroyer which is supposed to deal damage, which is supposed to destroy tanks, ladies and gentlemen. And seems like I was not the only one who, you know, didn't enjoy this vehicle to the max. Looking at what life, looking at this vehicle statistics, this is the worst performing tier 8 tank destroyer by a huge, by a huge and ridiculous and funny margin. 827 average damage and 45.50% win ratio. It is the only tank in 45% win ratio. It is the only tank in 46% win ratio. And it is the only tank, almost the only tank in 47% win ratio as well, or below that. All the other tanks have 48+% win ratio. And this one comes in with 45.50 on EU server, for example. So it is something else, it is something different, and this gun... Let me just show you one of my equipment, or let me just... let's talk about one of the equipment loadouts, what gave me 0.26 accuracy. So you saw the Curb Your German accuracy shorts as well on my YouTube channel, where I used... tank and rammer, I used the bounty aiming, I used food, really beast crew, I used go-to optics as well, that full setup, which gave my dispersion value 0.26. DPM 2.9, 1000 DPM, aiming time 1.62 seconds right, so everything over here seems very perfect, like super awesome, just keep smacking, keep slapping them and keep destroying enemy vehicles. But this DPM in reality is 1500 at the best, because you are missing 50% of your shots, or you are not penetrating 50% of your shots because you simply hit the tracks, you hit the edge of the armors and stuff like that. And this equipment loadout actually got me up to 90, over 90%. We did hit 94%, then we dropped down because of some tier 10 battles, down to 90. 1.5% again, and then I just had enough. I just said, you know what, this is not working. Like this 0.26 dispersion at 100 meters, it's all nice and handy. This bounty equipment unit is working, is super effective on some other vehicles, but over here this gun is simply unrepairable, unfixable, impossible to fix, however you have to say that. And then I slapped the ventilation on it instead of that, improved aiming, and guess what, I did hit the same, exactly the same, 0.28 dispersion compared to 0.26, exactly the same. I believe that dispersion value can be all the way up to 0.40 and it would do exactly the same work. This gun is just beyond repairing. You are not able to repair it, you are not able to fix it, just use, you know, ventilation, rammer, go-to optics, and just slap as many shots as you can, you know. And this was solid strat, guys. I took so many blind shots in this tank, it's not even funny. I just kept the gun hot basically all the time because I knew I'm going to miss 50% of my shots anyway. It is not okay that drastic, let's just say maybe 60, 65, 70% hit ratio, you know, from long range as well, because small caliber guns, tiny guns are not super good snipers with AP round, bad shell velocity and so on. Heat, for example, premium shell in this vehicle would have had better shell velocity as well on the top of some better penetration. But once again, I was just trying to market without premium rounds and to make a lot of credits at the same time, which I did, like over 10 million credits during that grind. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. And I just switched to the DPM setup, extra view range, extra camo setup, and I just kept slapping, you know, blind shots, and blind shots played actually a huge part getting up to the third mark as well. And it happened in this battle, for example. You see, this shot was a miss, but the next shot, watch that, ladies and gentlemen, boom! That's a hit. That's a hit. Last known vehicle up there was Scorpion G, and a little spoiler for you, Scorpion G did receive that slap in the face. Lynx, sadly, that was, you know, not a hit. Actually, that was a hit. That was a penetration into the wheel. Luckily, that Lynx, you know, as every single wheeled vehicle, when they receive wobbly wheel, they have to go back into the base to replace it to keep on playing. Who made that good joke? Me. Yeah. So, What else? How else can I bash this vehicle? Because, you know, talking about good things, what I liked about this, I had a couple really nice battles where, a couple really nice and troll battles, honestly, where I enjoyed the camo. Where I enjoyed this camo. I really liked this camo, how sneaky it can be, how troll it can be, how, like 50% camo. If you're inside the bush, they basically have to come to your proxy range. And so many times, there were enemies 70 meters away from you, not having any clue that any tank destroyer can be up here. I had a battle on Malinovka, for example, like 5,000 or 6,000 combined, not combined, spotting. I don't even remember, like it was something close to that, because we were playing as scouts. I knew I have no chance hitting, I have no chance penetrating tier 10 vehicles. It was yet another tier 10 battle. So I switched to a scouting role. I took bush after bush after bush. I kept sneaking up on them and I got my combined damage in that way. You know, spotting games. Yeah, this tank, it had its moments, but 89.65% of the battles, percent of the moments I spent in this vehicle were overshadowed by the frustration, what the accuracy, what the consistency of this vehicle gave me. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm trying to be polite over here because this tank made me curse a lot. This tank made me, not curse, like just cuss a lot, you know. Couple S words, couple F bombs here and there, you know. This is not like world-ending cursing. But I don't like to play the game like that. I honestly don't. And I honestly didn't know this tank is going to do this to me, because as I said at first, at the start of the episode, when I jumped into it, I really did think we're going to be the best friends, because I like to play those type of sneaky things. But oh boy, this gun, like if one gun is unfixable, unrepairable, it is really unfixable and unrepairable. I would like to say a huge shout out to this card, ladies and gentlemen, for choosing this T92 to ram, to destroy, and to bully a bit, because this card over here gave me those easy shots, those beautiful shots, played a little part, you know, me marking it in this battle. So going in, switching an angle, I don't know if he was waiting for me over here or not. Sadly, he was waiting for me, and boom, slap it in, 212 damage, a little kill as well. Full HP barbecue, actually. I was so happy, I was very happy to see that full HP barbecue, who is running away. And I thought maybe he saw me on the minimap, maybe he's coming for me, so I'm trying to get an angle on that guy. And when I see he actually stopped right over there to take those 2 shots into the Badger 12T, I knew it is my time to go in. So 2 shots, that barbecue is empty, Badger is chasing him, we all know that, this guy is empty, and oh boy, like, did you see that shot? Did you see that shot? Did you see where that shot went? It's this tank in a nutshell. It is this tank in a nutshell. And every single, oh, yet another thing, like the soft stats, the hidden stats, every single tiny little movement is going to make your aiming circle, your bloom, super massive once again. Yes, I did go down, ladies and gentlemen, but at this point, I knew I have 1 blind shot into Scorpion, for example, and I thought if I have maybe like 1 more blind shot, maybe some hidden assistance, you know, this should be done. Because going into this battle, I had 94.5% on the mark, and to my surprise, it was enough. Here it is, 3rd mark on the KanonenJagdPanzer 90mm. I was quite excited to see this finally being done. No primo rounds used, we made a lot of credits in the way, you know, together with the blind shot, over 3,000 damage, and that blind shot played a role, actually, us 3rd marking it in this battle, but it is finally done. You know, it could have been easier if I played, let's say, like 10 battles per week or something like that, but if you... I learned to hate this tank a bit I'm even going to say that, because it just was a frustrating gaming experience, and when you are not super happy, but you have to finish it no matter what. You are playing a bit differently, you are playing a bit more foolishly, you are not as patient, for example, as with all the other tanks which I love to play with, I love to perform in. I just wanted to get it done. It could have been done most likely 50 battles earlier as well, but hey, it is done. What is done, ladies and gentlemen. And this gave me a good lesson. The gun paper stats can be as good as possible, aiming time fantastic, accuracy or dispersion fantastic, but if the gun sucks, it sucks. I didn't know one gun can suck so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of KanonenJagdPanzer 105 that doesn't have any replays uploaded to any replay sites as well. What replays? Russian sites, EU sites, like not a single replay dispatch uploaded with this vehicle, and I think we all know the reason why. If you enjoy this tank, 100% you are performing better than I am performing in it, or majority of the player base, but win ratios, average damage and all that talks for itself already. Oh boy, I'm happy it is over, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's video as well. And by the way, while you're watching it during the first few hours it is uploaded, I believe, I am live over at twitch.tv/desgames. Some Twitch drops, tank wars, points are up for grabs. You can save basically 1 day of grinding, and we have some premium tank giveaways over there as well. So tune in and let's have some fun together. I get you next time with something else, not KanonenJagdPanzer. Take care, stay sexy, and bye. And stay naked.